the lady was putting some pressure to her boyfriend, like trying to get him to move into the crib. So she was giving him like all these questions. My man looked like he wasn't having it. So let me go ahead and pull this up.
Hey, stay strong, fellas.
Yeah, my man was like, nope.
I think that was Stan that sent this, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta look back, but yeah.
Together.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like we was trying to get me to move in here and pay some rent or something.
I don't need you to pay my rent.
I got my own
and what's wrong with paying my rent?
I got my own stuff to handle right now. You're not my wife. I just told you. I'm not paying no bills for nobody that ain't my wife.
Did I ask you to pay any bills? You get all offensive. I didn't even ask you to do that. I was just asking, what do you think about us doing these things in the future?
You ain't gotta ask me to do nothing. The next thing you know, I'm in your house and I ain't paying no bills. I ain't got time for that.
So what are we doing together if you're not working towards a future? What are we doing? Are we wasting time?
Nah, we just working towards it. Everything one step at a time, just not on your time. That's all.
But can you give me a timeline? 6 months from now, a year from now?
I could say 6 months, I could say a year, and it just might not work in those time frames. That's why the best answer I got is when the time is right, because that's when it's the right time.
Yeah, you sound like a broken record because you can't even define when the time is right.
Yeah, because it's just gonna happen. Those type of things just happen. I don't know. We don't put a time frame on that. I really don't got time for that right now. I want to do me. I don't got time for nobody being on my back.
Like move in together.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, I think my man, is he smart for checking her?
It was like well spoken, man. Like, you want to be straightforward like to these women now these days, because a lot of times they have like they always gonna have like some type of agenda, and you're not gonna really know until like you actually like play into that. Now, let's say like, okay, he moved in with her, okay, and he's not paying rent for maybe the first like 2 or 3 months. Yeah, she's gonna try to pretend like it's all fine or whatever, right? But then after a while, because like he's moving in with her, she's gonna have like a little bit of leverage. If something happens, she'll be the first to say, "Hey, get the hell out of my apartment," And you never want to be in a position where it's like, if you're not really like trying to be committed with this woman for the years to come, or if you're not married to this person, don't move in with them, because sometimes, man, it might be a big mistake. So, I mean, yeah, for me, it would be easier if, let's just say, I decided to like, sell all my stuff and move in with someone. Okay, cool. Now I'm living like, with my Latina girlfriend or whatever. But let's say like, like 3 weeks from now, like we break up and all that. Now she's gonna tell me get the hell out of her house. And I ain't got time for all that, being homeless and all. So you gotta be smart, fellas, in my opinion.
Nah, I agree. Wally, what's your take on that clip?
So first and foremost, yeah, I sent that video clip. I sent that in. I just checked that out. I just realized that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, what can I honestly say, man? It's just like nothing's never guaranteed, right? It's like it is what it is. Like you're just going through the flows of it all and everything else. And like, granted, yeah, she wanted some clarity about the relationship and everything, but the dude was letting her know, like, hey, look, there's nothing in stone right here, right now. And it's like, even then, it's like, all right, let's say he put something in clarity. Let's say within the next 5 to 6 years, as people like to say, the long-term goal, because you're not getting a relationship for short-term gain. You're getting it for long-term gain, right? Okay, fine. Let's say 5 years in. Let's say he's 25, 5 years in, which is going to be up until he's 30. She's around the same age, give or take. And, they're living with each other. They got a house. He's probably a millionaire, whatever the case may be, right? Mm-hmm. Most of that doesn't always land the way you want it to be. That's what you're working towards, but it don't always land the way you want it to be. It's like, that's just the set mindset. But honestly, the set mindset could not work within that 5-year time frame. It's just what it is. You living in that household that y'all want to get, it could not work in that 5-year time frame, because things tend to happen. But whatever it is, those things will happen. It's just what it is. And plus, y'all just 6 months in. It's like, what are you trying to like? Again, I think honestly, in this day and age, y'all females are trying to rush a big process off of nothing. And it's like, this is what actually is worsening the damn relationship in the first place, is because y'all out here trying to rush things. Do y'all understand what happens when y'all play chicken? Y'all run off the dang cliff.
Yeah, I think that's a red flag, man. When somebody trying to rush you, especially like 6 months, it's like, man, I ain't trying to marry
Like,
nobody
like
that damn quick.
Like,
Yeah, so she was definitely trying to force him into that situation. So, man, to me, that when somebody's desperate like that, it's like, all right, man, yeah, you trying to take advantage, or you trying to you know like scam me or put me in a bad situation. So it's like, man, that definitely would set me like, if I was him, I would be like, you know what, man, I'm up out of here. I'm done with that.
like I could see some
Because
other
she's pushing
ways
heavy.
right. Yeah, no, but I could see some other ways, like, all right, in fair case, like if you want him to come like live with you or whatever, like there may be some decent reasons, but it's like you're not even making those cases in that video clip. It's like, all right, so it's like anything you're really saying at this point, you're not really making no stance for why it would be beneficial for him to move there. You're just telling him, well, what do we got going on then? It's like, you ain't convinced me to come through, so it's like, really, what you telling me ain't nothing.
Well, here's another thing too.
Oh, go ahead, Andre.
I also point out, this is already a red flag, because why are you posting this conversation that's meant to be private on social media, and why did she upload it?
I mean, we all know most of the time these are just skits, but even then, it's like, think track.
Maybe, but yeah. I mean, people can do skits for clout, but let's just say if she
but
was
I mean,
real life.
Well, yeah, nah, but I just take these as skits anyways, because like, if anyone were to ever throw out that scenario, really, it's like, come on now, you really want to be that dumb?
People do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just looking at it is like,
nah, he looked burnt out for real though. He looked like, man, why you keep asking me? Like, my stance ain't gonna change. So he had to lean back, and she definitely was putting that pressure on him. Nah, I think like I like what you were saying, Wally, where it's like, man, just be cool about it, man. 6 months, man, y'all dating, like, leave him a key.
right.
He'll probably come over if you wasn't like always like, nagging him. Shit, he'll probably start staying over more and more. And then, the guy typically, they'll be like, hey, man, like, why don't we move in with each other?
Yeah.